Okay, so I'm going to continue on what I was just doing there before. I'm going to add, just adding little details for now. I'm going to add right there. Just kind of blend into that detail there. I want this more warm. Where's that warm color? I'm going to add that in there. There we go. I'm going to just kind of darken all this in here because it's going to all be our dark hair back there anyway. I usually just work on one layer. I mean, sometimes I'll have, see, I'm doing all this on just this one layer for now. I tend to paint that way. I tend to paint like I'm just really painting on a canvas, but there are times where, I do need to add a layer, and so I will. What I want to do is I want to work this arm as much as possible. And I'm actually working on top of the sketch now, ain't I? Oh well, who cares? I'm going to be working right into the sketch anyway, so I'm just going to use this really dark to kind of blend in there. Okay. So like I said, I'm just working the arm as I'm going to work it all the way to its completion, I think. That way you can see the whole process of painting, because then you do that same thing for the legs and everything. How you start from big brushes, high opacity, and slowly work your way down to smaller brushes, lighter opacity. Then blend in with that big fat brush. I'm going to actually use my big soft brush again, just right here a little bit. There we go. Okay, cool. There we go. Almost thinking if I made the arm too light. So then what we can do is add another layer, and you can set it to different things. Like let's say I'm going to set this one to soft light or screen. But I'm going to set this one to soft light. Now what I can do is, like if I take red for example, I can kind of add that color in there. I'm going to turn the opacity down a lot more, and I can now add colors into the painting. So let's say I kind of wanted a little bit of that, and I wanted this all right here to be a little bit warmer and kind of cooler or whatever. I can do that. Let's say I wanted some kind of blue to come up in there, and adding these little variations to the skin really brings it out. Add some orange right in here, add some of that color, and then I'm going to go back to this layer and I'm going to see, so you can add little color variations like that. And then I will turn the opacity down and see if I like it or not. There we go. Okay, I'm going to add, let's see, I think I'm going to add some darkness to the arm all along in here. That's not the color of darkness I want though. Oh, because I'm on the wrong layer. It's just not working how I want it to. Let's see here, I'm going to add another layer. So I can go to multiply, turn the opacity down on that layer a little bit. Let's see what happens if I just kind of Oh, that's no wonder I'm on the wrong brush. There we go. Okay, I'll go back down to the 0 point. There we go. I'm going to get my eraser and just kind of erase some of the stuff I don't need there. Use the soft eraser. Okay. Make sure I'm just seeing if I need that there or not. No, don't need it. Anyway, so as you can see, if I go to this layer here, then I can always add colors. So let's say I wanted, some yellow highlight there. I can add it in there. Let's see here, making sure. Oh, no wonder it's not showing up. I don't even have the thing on. So if I wanted to add some like that, if I wanted to kind of see what it looked like with more of a yellow highlight in this painting, I could do that, but nah, don't like the yellow. I'll stick with the bluish, kind of the bluish tone. And then I'm going to see this dark red. Just going to see if I add it underneath here just a little bit in there. And also, yeah, okay. Okay, then I'm going to turn off that layer for just a moment and go back to the layer underneath it. And I'm going to do a little more sculpting here. Adding some of that color, just kind of bringing the highlight down in there a little bit. Adding all that dark color, highlight all up there. I'm going to take my soft brush, just kind of smooth that out. Take this really hard brush here. I'm just going to make sure that I have the line all smoothed out there. Okay, now once I have the arm pretty much to completion how I want it, then I just messed all that up. Didn't mean to do that. Anyway, so once I have the arm pretty much to completion, then I go in and add the some fine details, and let's see here, kind of bring this down like that, kind of accentuate that muscle, and then I'm going to add some detail here because the shoulder is obviously round, and kind of bring that in like that, kind of add detail to the shoulder, and then a little bit of darkness to add that kind of muscle, and I'll add those details. Now I'm going to pretend for a moment that I pretty much have the arm all done. It's not quite totally sculpted out yet, but I'm going to pretend it is. And really quickly, click on the link if you would. Actually, I don't have enough time. What I do then is I do a scatter brush, and then I take the whole thing. I don't have enough time anyway. I'll have to do it on the next part. But I take a scatter brush, and I'll show you in the next video. So please go ahead and click on the link in the descriptions to support me for I can continue bringing you free videos. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask them. And yeah, so hold on a second. I do have enough time. I'm going to try to do this real quick. So if you see that really quick with adjustment layer, you see the difference? So I wait until after I finish the painting to do that. So, we'll do that after it's done. Okay, hope you enjoyed this so far. Rate and leave comments, please.